Welcome back, everyone. We're back again, doing another tier maker list. Last one we did was on my top 10 favorite anime of 2019. This time we're doing something a bit different. I was going to make a tier list for Critical Role. I'm still going to be doing that, but I came across this pre-made one, and I've always been trying to figure out like what my favorite characters are, or my favorite operators are in Siege. So I thought doing a little video on this could actually be a cool little option. Someone already had preloaded all the characters into it, so they have all. I think they have everyone bar knock, and the new year 4 operators. I think, but other than that, I don't mind because I haven't really used them too much. I use Goyo a bit, but he'll just be negligible for this list of the operators I've used the most from the last 3 years or so. And then there's also recruits in it. I find recruits are pretty much the same unless I'm going for like a round just to kill it off, basically. But I'm going to start this in alphabetical order. We have best ops, which is probably the ops I use most regularly. Pretty decent ones that I would play now and again. Best ops would be the ones that would be my go-to. If they're not available, I go pretty decent, and if both of them aren't available, then it's okay. And so okay, it's just like middle of the ground. Like they're okay. They wouldn't be my favorites. Like they might have certain things about them that I don't like. Not bad, not great. It's like they're not terrible, but like they don't have. They have some redeeming qualities, but they have a lot of negatives to them, and probably won't use them. It's just like maybe there's something about the player they're too sluggish, too chunky for me to use, or feel chunky, like in the way they move or make too much noise. Which no, you can adjust by like moving slower, but I don't know. So we'll just go in alphabetical order. So we have Alibi first. Alibi, I use her a bit. The one thing that kind of annoys me is that the clones, when you throw them out, the clones don't update the gun. If the gun updated with them, she would probably be in pretty decent for me. But she's going to go into okay because she's a good character, but she's not pretty decent. I think she would be a lot better if she was a bit more had a bit more strength to her, because she goes down very easily, and I know she's very quick and everything. So that's kind of, it's a weird one, but she's not too bad, but she's not great. So she's okay. Like, but she's not bad and she's not great. She's kind of like in that weird okay zone. Next we have Ash. Ash, I know, is like everyone's favorite OP operator. I don't use her that often, but I do. When I do use her, I quite enjoy playing her. Pacey, good guns, good equipment, everything that you want, and just can kind of end around really quickly. So she's fun to use. Then next we have Bandit. One of the ones I don't use that often. For me, Bandit is good, but I think it's his limitations on his gear and how easily he can destroy teammate stuff. If you just accidentally like have something too close, it just destroys it instantly. I quite like his gun, but I think it'd be better if he had some more scopes or different variations of pistols or shotguns, or maybe a different primary weapon. That's just me. So I'm going to put him in not bad, but not great. It's like, I know some people really love him, but obviously this is my opinion, so take it as you will. Then we have Blackbeard. I quite enjoy using Blackbeard, just usually for like if I'm playing with my friend who is based in Korea. Obviously the ping is like ridiculous for like some of the players that like would have normal ping. They might have like between 9 and 20, and then any of the people that are playing in Ireland that are on the Korea server will have like 250. So you can't have a firing battle. At least I find I can't. Some of the other guys can. So I always go for Blackbeard, just offering that bit of shield protection. So he's fun to use on that. But in that, I don't use him that regularly. So I'm going to put him in okay. But if I do play in Korea, I actually use him predominantly more than I would most of my other operators. Part of the ones I'll get onto who are my best ops. Blitz. I'm just not good enough for Blitz. And also the shields are broken. So probably won't use him. Buck. Buck is probably one of my better ops I use quite regularly. The skeleton key equipment is really good. Grenades, his guns are great. I more so use the automatic rifle. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I quite like using him. He's a good base operator. He's quick, kind of hefty, so he has a bit of mass to him, so he can take some damage. And he's a good operator to use, and it's always fun to kill someone with the undermounted shotgun. Capitao. Capitao is one I didn't really use for a while, and eventually just got into him. Don't know. I stay to my lanes of operators, and only in recent times I've really started to branch out and try out the different ones. But yeah, I've been really liking Capitao. I'll put him in okay because I don't use him that often. But I quite like his guns. His equipment's really good. The claymore is fun to have as well as a backup just to kill anyone. And I tend to get more kills with the claymore than the fire, but it is fun to set people on fire with it. Like that's just like bonus if you get someone with it. Castle, I think Castle is a good operator, but his equipment really limitates him, and it's too easy to destroy his stuff. Obviously, I know it's supposed to be more like a deterrent to get people to go around a different way and try to direct him, but there's so many operators that can destroy walls or can just punch it down eventually over time that it feels kind of negligible. And unless maybe you gave him better weapons to compensate for his lack of stuff, I don't know. I just feel like he's lacking. I'm gonna put him in not bad but not great. He's just maybe he needs an upgrade of weapons. Maybe he has the UMP 45, which is really good, and the shotgun's kind of okay. Pistol's not too bad. But I think if they gave him maybe better, if maybe gave him a shotgun as a backup, that could be interesting instead of a pistol or pistol option. Just something different, or maybe like the what do you call it, the world. I forget what they're called, but the shotguns that you can kind of curve around corridors. So if you have them sitting a bit and see people coming in and shoot around, that'd be cool. A cool option, but probably not. Caviera, I don't really use her except if I'm playing not casual custom games, but I rarely would pick her as a main operator, so probably wouldn't use them. But if I do use her in customs, she's actually a lot of fun, but she's not my go-to in casual or ranked. Maybe I should use her a bit more, but anyways. Clash is fun, but at the same time I tend to play on controller a lot, so I find that controls with her shield is a bit weird. It's like if you want to use the electric thing, sometimes the shield just goes off. I don't know, maybe it's just the keypad or the keys for the controller are a bit skewed on my setup. I don't know, but I'm gonna put a user and probably won't use them. I'm not a big fan of the shield users bar. Maybe Monty, he's fun, but between Blitz and Clash, she's not that great. I know one of my friends loves her. He just sits in the corner and goes 90 degrees with her and electrocutes people. That's about it. Doc, he's fun. I'll put him in pretty decent. I don't use him that often, but when I do, he is quite fun. Especially being able to res people and having the ACOGs on his UMP. Is it UMP? No, it's not. It's not the UMP 45. I forget which one it is. He has the P90 and the other gun. The more machine gun like one is really fun. That's great to have. Dokubi, she's okay. Her main is good, but her secondary is just, it's like shooting, I don't know, it's like shooting a hose or something, because like going, the bullets just go everywhere. There's recoil for days. Ironically though, I was playing with one of my friends, I think it was a week or two ago, and I think we were on, what map was it? Border. And I was going into the armory room, and there was about 4 people in there. I was just spraying and praying, because it was 4v1 I think, or 4v2, and I just sprayed and prayed and ended up killing them all just by randomly firing and the gun just going in every which direction. So like, it can be fun at times, but she's not my go-to operator. She was good before she actually got nerfed a bit with the pistol, so I'll actually drop her down to not bad, not great, because she was fun, but I found that after the thing, I didn't really use her that much. Maybe I should go for the shotgun a bit more, but I don't really, so it's a weird one to try to gauge if I would use it or not. Then we have Echo. I really should use Echo more, but I like to run a bit when I'm defending, and Echo's just too slow for me, and I find it difficult to stay on drones and cameras and stuff. I always kind of look for pings for my teammates' pings, or I might mark where I'm looking or stay in a room. But I would like to be able to roam and get around quickly. Echo doesn't really offer you that much unless you're good at anchoring a position. He's a really good operator. I'm not amazing at it. I prefer to roam, as I said. But yeah, Ella is a fun one. She's probably not one of my main ones, but she is a pretty decent operator. She has been like nerfed again and again and again, but she might have been a little bit too nerfed the last time. She's still fun. She's not as rapid as she used to be. I think she might have like a speed bonus of like a 3.5 in comparison to like all the other three speed operators, because she was just like a bullet, just came running past you, and her gun was ridiculous. I think it had like 45 bullets. Now it's down to like 32, I think, or 31, something like that. And so she's a bit more balanced that way. She's fun to use. I miss that she doesn't have the impact grenade anymore. Those were fun, just like blowing out windows and just going trying to pincer maneuver enemy teammates or trying to escape from a blitz or something. They're always fun. Finka is probably one of my main operators. I love her. It's so handy for getting if you want to get assists or points. If you just throw on the her nanobot thing to give everyone that 10 to 15% health bonus, and it also revives people if they go down. It's a fun thing to use. It makes you quick, better recoil, better on recoil, and getting the bonuses for if people kill people and stuff like that's fun. And just being able to just take and deal more damage. We don't really deal more damage, but you're able to deal more damage efficiently in a sense. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorites. I haven't used her in a while, but like there was a stage where I only picked her every attack round. But yeah, she's great if you're trying to rush. Like her, Ash, Dokkaebi, and Lion are a dangerous combo. Frost is another one of my favorites. She was probably my favorite trap operator for the longest time. I'm getting into Legion. Well, I've been liking Legion for a while, and I'm getting back into Kapkan. I stopped using him for a while, and a lot of the people I played with often went for Kapkan or Legion, mostly because I took Frost, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Frost is a fun character to use. I ended up getting her elite skin, so I like having that option. And it's always fun to get trap people, and the best thing I find is with traps, or her frost traps, is just to put them random locations, because if you put them in doorways or windows, people shoot them. But if you leave them in the middle of the floor when they're looking down corridors and really tight angles and not looking just in the floor in a random location in the room, they tend to walk into them more often, so that's fun. Maybe if they made them a little more fatal, but like you instantly go down, so it kind of balances out. It's not as dangerous as the Kapkan traps when he used to only have 3, when they're like instant kills. Now they only do like 20 damage or so, 20 to 30 depending on the doors that you're using. But yeah, Frost is fun. She's definitely one of my favorites. Fuse. I really enjoy Fuse. I don't use it as much as I probably should, but you can't really beat him. He's just a chunky boy with either you can go for the full LMG or the AK, and then you have the grenade launcher. It's just match made in heaven, and just explosions are the best. Like blowing up the room is the best option in most cases, even with hostage. Glaz, he's not one I use really at all. I just never got into him. I suppose because snipers aren't really my thing, and I tend to play on. I know people are going to get annoyed, but I play on controllers on console, or not console, on PC. So that's going to piss off a lot of people I know, because you're like, oh, you should be using a fucking mouse and keyboard on PC. But whatevs. I probably should. I just prefer the controller. I just find it more fun, and it's just, you get that stick action and the triggers and the buttons and all that. Obviously, I know it's kind of similar with the mouse and keyboard, but I just prefer the controller. I don't know, I just grew up on Xbox and PlayStation, so I just don't want to give it up. Habana. She used to be one I used a lot, but I kind of fell away from her for a while. She's a good operator to use. She's fun. Her guns are good. Shotgun's not amazing. It's okay, and her side attachments are pretty good. So she has an automatic pistol and a pistol, so that they're not too bad. So they're fun to use. Her gadget's good to destroy walls, or hard walls or soft walls at range with her little I forget what they're called, but they come out like fans, and they just blow into the wall and blow holes, and you can make little small holes. It's a fun thing to use. But yeah, she's good. She's not too bad. Next we have IQ, one of the German operators, who's a 3-speed with the she's able to detect enemy gadgets on her wrist. She is fun to use, but you have to know the situation that you're going into, and like you don't want to be using her against a team that's going to be peeking, because you're going to instantly want to flip out the yoke, and then like you're just looking around windows making sure no one's there, and then poof, you're dead. So you gotta be careful when you use her, because I think if you go up against a team that's very peak heavy, there's no point using her. Although that being said, she is balanced out with some savage guns. Her I can't remember what the full name of it is, but the AUG, I love that gun. It has like virtually no recoil. I know a lot of the other people prefer like LMGs and the big beefy one. I just prefer the AUG. I just think it's like almost like a bloody laser beam, and you're just like tss, and there's just no like recoil off at all. All you have to do is aim at their head, and hopefully they don't move, and you just kill them. so she's fun. Jackal, another one that's not bad, not great. Actually, no, we'll put him into okay. He's pretty decent. I don't use him that often, but I probably should. The only thing that kind of annoys me is when you pull down the hood, you can't really see continuously. Like, obviously, there's that hue to balance him out. That basically you don't want him to be like amazing and have his equipment down to full the whole time, just so he can track and see people's footprints. But it's nice to see where they are, because you might see, oh, your man's over there, but if I can follow his footprints and walk around behind him and try and sneak up on him rather than go through the direct hallway to him, it would be a cool option. But when you have it over, you have this blue kind of veil sort of mask over it, and it kind of just obscures light a tiny bit, not massively, but just enough to kind of off-put you a tiny bit. You might like hesitate to see something, and you're like, oh, it might just be something, and then bang, you're dead. So just a kind of breakdown for it. Then we have Jaeger. Jaeger's probably one of my favorites. I love him. Love his gun, love his pistols. Shotgun's great when you use it. His equipment's really good, especially for countering like severe fuses, Thatcher, the works. Anyone who throws in grenades or throwable objects, just poof. Legions. I forget what it's called. I always call it like anti-air attack things. But yeah, they're fun. His guns are really good. I love roaming with him. He's a lot of fun. It's great just to get headshots. Then we have Kaid. Not one of the operators I use that often. I used him a couple times. I found him too chunky, and I used his shotgun. But I found his shotgun, you want to be getting headshots with him, because if you hit people in the chest or body, it doesn't do as much damage as you think in comparison to other shotguns. I haven't tried out his main weapon, the assault rifle, but I've just mainly used a shotgun, and whenever I have, I never really enjoyed him. So I'm gonna leave him here. His gadgets are cool. The electrified kind of throwing drone thing that just sticks to walls and electrifies a certain area. So it's really good for getting multiple hard walls or hatches and whatnot. So it's a fun little thing to have. Then we have Capcan. Capcan's going into one of my best ops. I love him. I just love trap operators, just like stopping people coming into the rooms and just having C4 and lobbing it and whatnot, killing them. His guns are really good. His assault rifle's a lot of fun, and his shotgun's immeasurably fun. I don't really use the shotgun as much as it probably should, but it is fun. And I like having ranged battles with Capcan rather than being up close. So there's that option as well. He is a bit slow, and he's a little more noticeable with his full camo gear, and I tend to wear the all black armor, so he stands out a bit more. But it's still fun. He's still a fun character to use. Then we have Legion. He's going up here as well. I love both of his guns, the assault rifle and the staple gun, as they call it, the shotgun. That thing stuff is like, poof, 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 poof. It just sounds like if you have a staple gun, the actual staple. I can't remember when they used to have them in school and stuff, and they were always it just sounds the exact same. His equipment is really cool. The goo mines, you just throw them out. They're invisible. As long as you're not like a drone or something, or a drone or a Twitch drone, you can't see them unless you're walking upstairs. You might see like the slight change in the kind of distorted coloration of the background or the foreground that the Legion strap is emitting. His traps are fun. They're a bit annoying if you step into them, obviously, because they do about 5 damage every round or every 6 seconds or whatever it is. He's fun, and also having them pinged in a location so you can kind of map your area and just make sure no one comes in, or if they do, you have an idea where they are and how they're going to be approaching the area, which is a lot of fun. And then his guns are great. He's good amount of health and a good speed. Maybe making him a 3 armor might be better, but you never know. Then we have Lion. I have him as a not bad, not great. I think his guns could be a bit better. I do like the vector that he has, and pistols aren't too bad, but I would maybe make some a little more powerful, something for range, because I find like he's more of an operator that you want at the back of the party or the back of the 5-man squad. So just having someone with a bit more ranged weapon, like maybe something like what Buck's marksman rifle, something like that, just to add to him. But the vector's not too bad. Pistols are okay, and his ability's really cool. I used to like when he had 3. 2 was okay, but I suppose the duration of the last is a bit short, but I suppose it has to balance out. But there's other operators that can extend that, with the likes of Dokubi, who can ring people out immediately after Lion's thing, so they have to stop moving and they start ringing so you gotta be careful with that. But yeah, he's not too bad. He's good. He's not bad. So he's not bad, not great. That kind of operator. Maestro's fun. He's one of those operators that you have to kind of just be sitting in the room again, or start sitting in a certain location just to use your Twitch or your his drones just to shoot people. They can be quite lethal if the person doesn't know where they are and you just keep taking pot shots at them. He's a lot of fun. His gun is a little bit obscuring though, because considering he's supposed to be an operator that just like sits in a room and hunkers down. He has an LMG. I suppose he's a big guy, so he wants to just fire it all. But I don't know. I think you could balance well with maybe like an AK or something a little more versatile, so you can actually get into combat a little bit more quickly. And if he has to reload, it doesn't take him like 30 seconds, like going just like throwing the armor down and then locking it, and then and by the time you're dead because you've been reloading for the last 30 seconds or whatever it is. I know it's not 30 seconds, but it might as well be. Then we have Maverick. Maverick's not one I use that often, and whenever I do, I just tend to die immediately, so I'll put him into probably won't use him, just because I never really get the chance to, and whenever I do, I just die, so... but yeah, every time I've seen him being used, he looks fun, his guns are good. I'm not too big on a marksman rifle, but I do like his assault rifle. I find some marksman rifles are okay. I don't really like marksman rifles with slow characters. I like them with the heavier characters that are a bit slower, so like they can deal the damage, and if someone sees them and instantly hits them, they won't like immediately go down. Like you have a bit of time to react to it. But I think if you get shot when you're using the marksman and you don't have that time to readjust, you can be screwed. So that's why I kind of like using the automatic. So at least then if you start getting shot at, you can just easily flip back to the person and just fire back at them. But with the marksman, it's just very... and it's more like a suppressing fire of sorts. But I don't know. He's fun, but whenever I use him, I find I don't really enjoy him. So, but whenever I see other people use him, they enjoy him. So it's a weird one. Mira, she's one I'm getting into at the moment. I never really used her for a while, but I've actually enjoyed using her at the times I have. She's a lot of fun. The guns she has are good. Everything I've been enjoying. Maybe giving her a different assault or a different primary weapon instead of the Vector. Maybe assault, or not an assault rifle, but maybe a different what do you call it? A different automatic weapon. Like maybe like the one that Doc and Rook have, and allowing the option of having a scope. Obviously, she has the mirror windows. There's going to be that balance that she's going to be able to see where people are, and if she can like perfectly line up the shots and just peek a little bit, they might instantly get someone. But yeah, she is really good, but it might be just a little tweak. Other than that, I really enjoy her. I just like the option of having a better scope on her gun. Monty, one of the few shield ops I actually enjoy using. He's a bit slow, but he is fun to use, especially if you're doing customs. Just like having a Monty rush you is a lot of fun. Or just like planting and then just standing on top of the diffuser and just hunkering behind the wall and not letting the defenders get at it. It is always fun. And my friend, he has his one dressed up in camo and yellow and green and whatnot, and he calls him the Jolly Green Giant. And then he murders everyone with him. So then we have Mute. Mute's a good one. I don't really use him as much as I probably should, so I'll put him in this one. Whenever I'm playing sometimes on my own or with some of the other lads I don't really play with as much, I tend to use Mute. He's fun. I've enjoyed him whenever you have used him, so I probably should try using him a bit more frequently. But yeah, I can't really complain about him. The only thing is maybe the range of his Mute jammer. Obviously, you may want a bit larger, or obviously you could say like maybe it'd be too large then. But I think when you are the character, you want it to be a bit wider. But that's just from the character's point of view. But yeah, he's not too bad. He's fun to use. He's good. Then we have, I forget this character's name. I remember everyone else but hers. I can't remember, but I've been using her a lot lately. She's one of the ones I've recently got into, so I feel kind of bad for not knowing her name. Damn it, I know she's from like, is it Morocco, I think she's from? Damn it, it's going to know me now, I can't remember it. But her gun's really good. She has the AK, or the variation of the AK, and then her gadget is a deployable kind of air strike thing that if people get too close to it, they get propelled backwards or through walls, which is great to see. Just people like flying through walls. But yeah, it's a good little deterrent to stop like likes of your calves and stuff from sneaking up behind you. You can hear them coming from a mile away. But yeah, she's fun. Um, I really enjoy her. The gun's not too. I actually one thing I might change on them is the pistol they have. I do like it having the scope, like especially if you're going from a far away distance and you just flip it down and you have the pistol, it's like bang, headshot someone. But when you're up close and you want to switch immediately, the the pistol is a bit too much because like having that scope and you want to aim down sights, it's like you're looking like into the person's soul, like depending on how close you are to them. Maybe a little smaller P9 or something could be a good option, especially if you're expecting to get up close and personal and not be like fighting from range a lot of the time. That's my preference. Pulse, not one of the ones I use a lot. He is fun, and I know a lot of people enjoy using him, but I don't know. He's not really my cup of tea, to put it lightly. Um, I have enjoyed using them in like custom games and stuff, but I just never really used them in proper casual and ranked to a certain level where I'd be comfortable with him. Just and also his thing makes a lot of noise. Just the dee 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 dee. You can hear him from a mile away using it. So he is kind of a. You can figure out where someone is. And obviously, if you're roaming down at the bottom and say like your sight is up top, and try to figure out where the attacker is, and just like maybe throw a C4 up and blow him up. That's always an option. It's happened to me too many times. But yeah, he's good, but I don't use him enough, so I probably won't use him. I might change my tune in the coming weeks and try to use him a bit more, but we'll see. Then we have Sledge. I probably don't use Sledge as much as I should, but he's a good character. I have been using him, like, my loadout for him is the shotgun with the Uzi kind of pistol, or automatic pistol. That's fun. I will admit that combo is fun, but I find that going back to the rifle is actually probably better than the shotgun Uzi combo, or maybe going pistol automatic weapon, because again the Uzi is similar to Dokubi. It just goes wild. Although I suppose I had to balance it because people were just using it way too much in comparison to the other weapons, and it was just like having just having a laser kind of weapon just like drain on someone's head, and like it didn't matter if it just went. It just like it fired and there wasn't like virtually no recoil. I know my hand went like this, but it was more like so it was like fairly. I'm really tired. So we'll hop off of Sledge. He's good. Highly recommend him. Did I skip Rook? I must have skipped Rook. Damn it! I just saw it because I was on like S and then Rook's R. But yeah, Rook's good. He's not bad. He's not great. He's fun to use. He's a good starter character, and getting that 50 or 100 bonus points at the start of the round just by throwing on armor is kind of handy. And again, that extra bit of protection at the start of the round is always fun. But he's good. Laura Tachanka probably belongs up here, but I don't use him enough, so I'm going to leave him down here. I know it's blasphemy for me to be even leaving him down here, but you can stone me later. Then we have Smoke. Smoke is a fun character. I probably should use him a bit more than I currently am, but he's not one that I use frequently. He's very similar to Mute, that I want to use him more, but I just don't get the chance to, or I don't like. If I was going to go for a defensive operator, I'm more likely to go for one of these 5 or one of these 4, because it's just like they're my go-to operators, and I probably should use like likes of Smoke or Mute. But like if the likes of Frost, Jaeger, Kapkan, and Legion was gone, I would probably go for a Mute or Smoke, or maybe an Alibi or Ella, something like that. So I need to go for those kind of operators in the future. So I'll try to change my ways now. Then we have Thatcher. Thatcher's fun. He is a good operator. I just don't use him as much as I should. So I think there's only a couple of detriments with Thatcher. I think it's his secondary is his letdown. He has the pistol, but I think he would be so much better with an something automatic, or maybe even a shotgun, small shotgun side weapon, or something make him stand out a bit. He has the pistol, and it's okay, but I think I just want something a little bit more meaty. Because like I'd like to go with a shotgun with him, but I don't want to have the pistol as my secondary with him, just because I don't like having to switch to a pistol. I know some people just love having the pistol and a shotgun combo, but I prefer like an automatic and a blunt weapon, like the shotgun and a automatic pistol or the rifle and pistol. So having that kind of blend is good, and having the shotgun as his primary is actually quite interesting, because especially if you want to blow holes and then lob a grenade in, or EMP grenade, they're fun. But yeah, those just tweaks like that. Then we have Thermite, who's probably one of the better hard breachers. I don't use them as much as I should. One of my friends uses them the whole time, and he loves them. Hard breachers, they're not ones that I use that regularly. Like, I do like my I like Habana Mavericks, not too bad. Whenever I do use them, I have kind of suffered with them. Just I almost die immediately with them. Thermite's fun whenever I do use him. His guns are good, so he's not too bad. But I don't really have any major complaints with him. Maybe just his secondary, or not his secondary equipment. Just give him something a bit different. I think he has a smoke or a stun. I'd maybe like a grenade or something with him. He could be a fun option, especially if you want to charge up a frag, lob it in, and then put up your thing and just kind of force the enemy back. And then you can blow open the wall, lob another grenade in, and get maybe your Monty in to offset it, and then go in behind a plant or something if you're having a plant operation or a hostage. So that's a good option. Twitch, probably not one of my favorite attackers. I don't use her as much as I used to. One of the lads always kept picking her at the start of round, but yeah, she is fun. Her gun's really good. I think it was the FAMAS is really good. Maybe a different pistol for her. The P9 is not too bad, but maybe something a little bit more beefy. Like something like maybe along the lines of a Desert Eagle of sorts. Although I know they go based off of the region, so it's kind of difficult to give the French operator something that's not really regional specific to them. So it's difficult. Valkyrie, she's really good. I quite enjoy using her. The cams are good. Her weapons are really good. Maybe a different pistol. I like having the option of the Desert Eagle, but maybe having a different, like, lighter, not as beefy pistol, especially if you have fairly beefy guns. If you have some little more slight or automatic, be fun. But yeah, she's a good all-rounder. I really need to change up my skin loadout on her, because I think I have the saw mask and then like black armor, so she stands out like a mile away. You can just see her from the opposite side of the map, because it's like the black hood and then the white face and red eyes, and just stands out like you can't believe. Then we have Vigil. Vigil's not one of the ones I use that frequently. Korean Batman is fun, but I don't know. I think he suffers from the update to the Uzi. It's just like his secondary weapon is just like, it just shoots everywhere, and there's like no purpose of it. He does have a good starting weapon with the assault rifle, but his shotgun is his main thing, because that thing is just like a sniper. And then just having that weird mask in the eyes, and I kind of wish that they could give him a different mask, and you just have like pointed ears, or make it look like he's Batman or something cool like that. That would be one of the things I would have done for Halloween for him, just because like his nickname's Korean Batman. So that's just me. Then we have Ying. Ying is a really good character. I quite enjoy her. Her main automatic weapon is a lot of fun. The staple shotgun is good as well, and then her secondary is quite good. Maybe if they gave her a different one, or maybe something a bit beefier, that could balance her out well. Especially if you go for the automatic, changing to a pistol that could push people back a bit. She's fun, not too overpowered, but balanced enough, and she's pretty fun to play. And then we have Sophia. Sophia, she's okay. She's not bad. She's not great. Her ability to rise when you get down is really cool, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe some operators, you just want to be able to change between different things. I don't know, maybe have some variation of Ella's ability. She does have the automatic, or not the automatic, she has like the grenade launcher, so one is explosive and one is a concussion blast, kind of like Ella's ability. It's not to the same ferocity of Ella's, but those are fun. And I suppose having this, being able to revive herself, is quite good. I suppose, yeah, on retrospect then, obviously, yeah, she's quite good in comparison to Ella. I do still prefer Ella just because she's 3-speed. Sophia's 2, I believe. She's a 2-speed. But having that extra bit of pace to Ella kind of separates her from the pack a bit in comparison to Sophia. I'm not going to bother with the recruits. The only one that's really stand out is the German one. They're very good because that's essentially just a beefier bandit or Jaeger. So they're a lot of fun. But yeah, this is my opinion of the Rainbow Six Siege. I think it's up to year 3 operators. These are the ones I thought were really good. My best ops, or my favorites, pretty decent ones. Okay, not bad, not great. I probably wouldn't use them. A lot more, and probably wouldn't use them in comparison to other ranks, but still pretty good. Let me guys know what you would use, and I'll put a link to this, or if you want to check it out, to make your own and share it around and see what you guys like, or comment below how I'm wrong or how I'm right, or what you think of it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.